It is scary, especially when you are a woman.
I thought, how are we going to do this? Small congregation, I was a new minister, it was a big project. I just thought, how are we going to do this? We might think, no, the call is for someone special, not me, not now. It's too late, I'm too old. Or maybe it's too soon, I'm too young. Or I'm just not gifted to do something meaningful.
I figured it was time to change my life.
It's not ideal, but they're out of the rain, out of the weather, and connected to other services. We're only 1 month of 6 months of the shelter, and so that means that we've been working with other churches, 5 other churches. The whole initiative was started by the Tri-City Homelessness and Housing Task Group. That was the group which was originally set up, founded by churches and community people to address homelessness in the Tri-Cities. And so right from the beginning, it's been a collaborative effort of people working together. We have 420 volunteer slots and 3 meals a day times 30, whatever that is. And people just come forward. The churches provide all the food and all the volunteers that do set up, clean up, food, hospitality.
Back in 2007, I found myself homeless, addicted to crystal meth and cocaine.
In 2007, when this started, the general attitude in the community and in churches too was people were pretty nervous about homelessness, and the thought of having a shelter was pretty fearful for some people. And so I've just grown along with it and kept talking about why we're doing it, why it's important.
Once they get to know them, they understand that they're human beings deserving love and compassion like anyone else.
If I didn't participate, I'd probably be dead by now. So I'm really grateful for the churches opening up their doors to us.
The people come forward, minds and hearts change, and we step up and get the thing done. And I really do believe that's because we're working with God and we're working for God and living out our faith in our service.
Perfect. It's very rewarding working for the shelter and working with the homeless people, because I can say they give us as much as we give them. They're appreciative, they're kind, and whatever the reasons for being on the streets, none of them wish that upon themselves.
We're not just feeding people, which is important and helps today, but we're a part of something more permanent happening. Now we're going to have a permanent shelter being built, and the city of Coquitlam donated the land, and in 2010 we had the zoning go through to do a permanent shelter. And so that's huge. And that'll have shelter beds and transition beds where people will be able to stay up to 2 years and really address the barriers to their homelessness. So again, the shelter's not the goal, it's getting people into permanent housing.
What I would like to see is the community to have love and compassion for the homeless and also for people with addictions.
This is what we're here for, is to love our neighbors. This is a very concrete way of doing it. Then when I think of more social justice issues, I think about Amos, let justice flow like a mighty river. We're here to create structures of justice, and part of that is everybody having a home to live in. We're called to serve, and so our gifts have to match with their need, and that's what a calling is, right? That our longing matches with their need, and there's the call. Maybe if you start off with something thinking you got all the answers and you know how it's going to work out, maybe that's not pushing you enough. What's it like to not have a home to live in?
it gives me great joy, knowing that I can actually be there for someone, like someone was there for me when I first started into recovery. You know, I can be empathetic, I can be compassionate. I know where they're coming from, and I know the struggles they're going through, and it really, it warms me so much that people think that, I'm an inspiration. And to me, I don't see it that way. I just see it as I'm just being me.